When 343 announced they were retiring events for a more quality assured content drop, I was cautiously optimistic because on top of there being so many of these stupid things happening per season, I mean what, we had a total of 5 happen in season 4, they just didn't really capture the vibe of an event. A free 10-tier battle pass that went away after 2 weeks, a playlist update that usually had nothing to do with the theme of the event itself, like I just wouldn't call these events. These were more like cosmetic handouts that you either liked or just didn't care for, with maybe, and I mean maybe, some hotfixes or random additions to the game. There was only one time, and funny enough the last time, they captured what an event should feel like, and it definitely wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the community making maps for it. So with all that being said, let's see if Operations, specifically Combined Arms, fares any better. I mean, okay, honestly, minus a couple things, they are pretty much just like events, if not slightly better and longer. A much longer time frame to complete the whole thing, a longer battle pass with cosmetics that I personally didn't care for, besides maybe the knee pads and the wrist. If anything, similar to their seasonal battle pass, they just consolidated everything, right? As in, they merged all their events they had planned for season 5 and they just cut them in half. That's what it feels like. I think past events had better cosmetics than this. For one, they definitely didn't have XP boosts for just one tier, and I get that these are free cosmetics and rewards, but you know, that doesn't mean it's free from being judged. But I do appreciate being able to progress the Operation Battle Pass through experience. That's neat. The background changing is also a nice touch. It gives off a vibe that an event is ongoing, which I like. Okay, this next bit I want to mention, I don't know if I'd say this is bad, it's just a little weird. The Operation Battle Pass has a premium version that if you buy it, it gives you, what, like 1 coding, a challenge slot, and maybe like bonus experience. And I know the point of buying the premium version, it's so you can still earn those rewards when it expires. If for some reason you can't find the time to play for a handful of days out of 5 weeks, it sort of addresses the FOMO, and I say sort of because now it's just, hey, play the game now or pay us $5 later. The confusion isn't how any of this works. The confusion is more so why. If I complete this whole thing before the expiration date, and I actually did already, it took less than 6 hours, what is the point of me buying it? Are you trying to squeeze 500 credits out of me by dangling that premium cosmetic in my face? You trying to bait me into using my battle pass credits on this so I don't use it on my season 6 battle pass when that comes out? I won't fall for your tricks, alright? Look, I just find it a bit strange and a bit unnecessary, that's all. And I feel like the same goes for their seasonal battle pass. That thing expired this week. You can't earn free rewards from the season 5 battle pass, even though last time I checked, season 5 is still the ongoing season. Like, what? And to circle back to Operations, I don't see why they didn't just include the premium cosmetic in the Operation Battle Pass and just have the 500 credit option be a thing when it expires. I'm not really opposed to them trying to monetize Operation Battle Passes. I do expect them to do that at some point. I feel like this is them sort of just testing the waters a little bit, but they really do need to change up this style of Battle Pass progression because it's extremely basic and severely lacking. Give us some exclusive battle pass challenges that reward cosmetics or something more satisfying. Now, Halo 3 Refueled. Before I get into it, I want to say that no, I did not get any citrus cherry Mountain Dew for this occasion, and I tried. They were sold out everywhere I went. I was pissed. So I had to settle for some basic Mountain Dew flavor instead. Anyway, I got a few things to say about Halo 3 Refueled. Would you say this playlist update is in line with the theme of Combined Arms? I would say no, and you're free to call this a nitpick. I get it. I just like when a theme is maintained. I think that's important for a event. Or an operation, I guess that's what we're calling it now, even though, like I said, it is kind of the same thing anyway. I don't know if they got another playlist on the way that that will fit the theme. I think Firefight may happen during this operation. We'll see. Now, when it comes to the maps, after playing them for I think maybe around 10 hours total, I really don't know how to feel about them. I don't hate them that much, I do know, but I also don't feel very strongly about them. It might be the changes they made to try and account for the movement mechanics, like the maps are bigger and more spaced out. It could be that it's more Halo Infinite Arena, which is more sweaty than old Halo 3. Maybe it's the fact that I keep getting these stupid oddball matches. Maybe it's the skill-based matchmaking pairing me with a bunch of sweat lords that will absolutely scream at you for not playing competitively in a social playlist. Or it's that old Halo 3 muscle memory trying to resurface. I don't know. Also, I'm not really someone who's easily swayed by nostalgia, so that could be it. It's really weird. I'm not sure if anyone else feels the same way. Like, I know I do like the maps. Like, these are Halo 3 inspired maps. I should like them, but I'm more in the middle. Like, I just don't feel very strongly about them. I'm not really sure if I can see myself playing more of this playlist. I'm probably just gonna go back to squad battle again as usual. I really can't put my finger on it. Like, maybe it's just all of the above. You know what they should have done? I would have liked to see them disable sprint, disable sliding, and set your base speed back to normal. I think it would have been much more interesting, you know, be true to the original just for fun, but 343 would never do that. And I hope the answer is obvious, because it would absolutely rekindle that does Halo Infinite need sprint? Does Halo need sprint in general debate we all love? I know people on both sides get extremely heated when talking about sprint because level-headed discussions just can't be a thing on the internet. And you know what? I've never gone on record about sprint, so I'll indulge in this a bit, but not for too long. Plus, I don't think it's entirely unrelated to the playlist, like I said. I don't think sprint doesn't have a place in Halo. It just depends on how they go about putting it in Halo. I'm not too sure how everyone felt about sprint in Halo Reach. That was definitely one way to go about it, by having it as a power-up that you had to sacrifice if you wanted like armor lock or a jetpack. The way they went about it in Halo Infinite, I don't hate it, but I do think it takes away from the feeling of a Halo game, which is the feeling of Halo being an arcade arena shooter, as in they're trying to be like Destiny 2 or Apex Legends. And I do dislike that idea that if you want to add more movement mechanics to Halo, sprint is a necessity when it's not. Funny enough, 343 themselves have proved this isn't the case with some of their equipment, like the dash boost and the grapple shot. I think at the end of the day, I would like 343 to just indulge in the idea of implementing a playlist that doesn't have sprint and sliding. Halo 3 Refueled could have been perfect for that, to gauge how it feels, but like I said, they are most likely terrified to do that. Anyway, with that little tangent over, I don't dislike Halo 3 Refueled, it just feels strange to me, but I do welcome it in Halo Infinite. If you like cosmetic handouts, if you like more old Halo 3 content, granted with a different coat of paint, you'll definitely find some enjoyment out of Combined Arms. I am finding some enjoyment in it too, despite everything I've said. I don't think Combined Arms is terrible, I just don't think it's super impressive. Let me know what you all think about Combined Arms, since I do love hearing other people's perspectives, and if you like or appreciate these kinds of takes for some reason, I don't know why, then I heavily suggest clicking that thumbs up button, as well as subscribing to the channel so more people can see my videos and assume just assume I hate Halo. I totally don't just care about it so much that I'm willing to go out of my way to criticize it. You know, that's not what's going on here. Wink.